Welcome to the Savage Nation. This is Jeff Kuhner from the Washington Times, sitting in for the living legend, Michael Savage. Michael is out today. Michael, I just want to thank you once again, my good friend, for the incredible honor and opportunity to fill in for you. I was just telling this to my wife before I got on the show. To me, it's just something I incredibly look forward to. And I got to tell you, Mike, your batteries, because your fight for language, borders, and culture is the seminal fight in America today. We need you, the Savage Nation needs you, and America needs you. My friends, go to michaelsavage.com. There are some absolute, I'm talking must-read, sizzling stories out there. There are two in particular that, again, just to show you how Michael Savage is always on the cutting edge. These are stories that, frankly, the mainstream media are downplaying, but in many ways are cutting to the very heart of the battle that is raging in America today. That between the federal Leviathan and the reassertion of states' rights. The top story: Virginia's Attorney General, Ken Cuccinelli, rules that police can check immigration status. I urge all of you to read it. It is one of the most important stories happening right now today. Why? Because according now to the Arizona state government, according to Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli, Arizona's law is something that Virginia wants to imitate and mimic. And what Ken Cuccinelli is saying is that Virginia can now give the power to local law enforcement in the Old Dominion to be able to check the immigration status of legal and illegal immigrants. In other words, that the state of Virginia is now in a war. It is facing an onslaught of unlimited third world illegal immigration. I know, because living in Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia is just a stone's throw away. Most people, in fact, live in Northern Virginia and work in Washington, D.C. All you have to do is go to Arlington, Alexandria, Herndon, Fairfax. I used to live in Fairfax County. To me, it's almost like a barrio. To me, it's almost like a suburb of Mexico, a ghetto of Mexico. There are illegal immigrants everywhere. My wife and I were shocked. We're literally driving out of our townhome. We're renting a townhome then, and you just see illegal immigrants crossing the highways, crossing the streets. Many of them holding bags. Many of them holding cases of beer. And they're just crossing the streets like it's El Salvador or Mexico. They're even oblivious to the fact that there's oncoming traffic. There's a big fast food franchise. I don't want to give the name because I don't want to get a very popular fast food franchise. I don't know what it is to be served in English. When you go, you cannot order a cheeseburger and French fries in many fast food franchises here in D.C. being served in English. Literally, at this fast food franchise, which is very famous in D.C., I point, I come in, you don't get served in English. I don't know what it is to be served in English. I literally point. Ketchup, yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, mustard, yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, cheeseburger, that's what I want. Right there. Yeah. They always get my order wrong, by the way. But let that go. But literally, if I didn't have the finger and going C, it's the only C, yeah, C, that's what I want. The only time, I kid you not, that I get served in English when I order a cheeseburger or a hamburger is when I go to Europe. When I fly to France or England for some overseas junket for my newspaper, when I'm there, I say, hey, can I have a cheeseburger? Or I speak French and they can notice my accent. They go, what would you like on your cheeseburger? I'm like, oh my God. What do you call it? Mustard? Mayonnaise? What's the other one? Relish. Oh my God, relish. My friends, we are becoming a third world nation. You are now seeing the transformation of America into a Spanish-speaking, bicultural, binational country. And what the Attorney General of Virginia is saying, we in the States have the right of self-defense. We have a right to protect ourselves from the murderers, the rapists, the drug smugglers, the illegal human traffickers that are destroying our communities and invading our country. And if the federal government will not protect us, then we will reassert our rights as states. Our right to protect our residents, our citizens, from these butchers every day. And my friends, it's not just on the issue of immigration. Just go to michaelsavage.com. This is the second story from the top. Judge lets Virginia Obamacare challenge proceed. I don't know what it is with the Old Dominion. I don't know if the spirit of Robert E. Lee is still alive among many of the citizens in Virginia, but they are now starting to reassert their state sovereignty and their state rights. Because now a judge in Virginia has said that Virginia, the state, the Commonwealth of Virginia, has the right to challenge the constitutionality of Obamacare. And what is the government of Virginia's argument? What was it that they contested in court that the judge said they were right to contest and that this should go all the way to the Supreme Court? It is an argument that I have made repeatedly and which the liberal media deliberately ignores. Leave aside that it will lead to mass rationing. We're already seeing the effects of socialized medicine. Leave aside that it is going to lead to massive overcrowding. Leave aside the fact that costs are going to explode. Leave aside that it's a several trillion-dollar monstrosity, $3-4 trillion, which is going to bankrupt America, that we can't even afford it. Leave all of that aside. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, you're for socialized medicine. You believe that government command and control over healthcare is the best thing since sliced bread. Here is the problem with Obamacare. It is unconstitutional and illegitimate. This is what the Virginia judge is saying. This is what the state of Virginia is saying. And in fact, there are now 20 other states that are following Virginia's lead. And Virginia's argument is a simple one. Where in the Constitution does it say the federal government has the power to regulate and control health care? And more than that, this to me is the kicker. This to me is the one that settles the issue irrefutably, conclusively. Where in the Constitution does the federal government have the power to force and coerce every citizen in America to purchase a good product or service? Where? Where does the federal government have the power to force you to buy health insurance or buy anything? A car, Coca-Cola, you name it, anything, cheeseburgers, a porno film, condoms, whatever. Where do they have the power to coerce you? They don't. And that's why the bill is illegitimate and unconstitutional. That's why Virginia is challenging it. And my friends, what are we now seeing in America? What is really behind the Tea Party movement? What is behind this huge backlash against Obama's drive towards a socialist superstate? Is it just because deficits are out of control? Partly. Taxes are too high? Partly. Opposition to health care? Partly. But really, it's this. Are we a decentralized republic, like our founding fathers wanted, in which the power of the federal government is limited, and most of the powers reside in the states and in the people? That's what our founding fathers wanted. It should not be with the federal Leviathan. What the liberals have done since the New Deal is turn the Constitution on its head. And my question to every liberal out there is this. If you acknowledge no limits on the federal government, if it can take over the car sector, if it can take over the banks, if it can take over healthcare, if it can take over our pensions, where's the limit? What can it not do? If you notice, The only thing the government cannot do, according to the liberals, is protect our poorest border and protect unborn children. Oh, when it comes to abortion, suddenly we can't do it. We can't do it. It's impossible. It's impossible. When it comes to the southern border, oh, no, no, no. According to these Democrats on Capitol Hill, literally, the term they use is Afghanistan. It's like the mountains of Afghanistan. We can't regulate that border. It's impossible. But on every other aspect of our life, even our bodies, even our health, even which doctors and physicians